Testing 1, 2. All right, thank you. So I'm here live with Ugly Jason. Kringle. All right, I told him to behave. Not giving me much chance of that happening. So back from quarantine, first day back in the gym. Gonna start doing warm-ups and that, kind of give everybody a kind of a rundown what day in the gym for me and what it looks like. I don't know how heavy you go, but I'll see. I'll make my best attempt. So here I'm just warming up with 135. While I'm gone, the gym got some new bars. We got the pretty red bars, so I put that one in. And pretty much these sets are just to get everything warmed up. Do a full rep. Some of my videos I was doing 225 by 20. I think I did 235 by 20. And then I did 225 by 37 and that. And that's the post videos I haven't yet. Yeah. A lot of times people do half reps and still exercise, but it's not a full rep. So I try to do the full motion because that's how I compete. So I am older today, longer rest in between. I've dropped about 13 pounds during the about my Charlie 19. I've heard you can't use the real words on YouTube, otherwise they get mad at you. So I won't do them. But here I'm at Trollwood Fitness. My favorite place to work out. I do work out a few other places, but here's where I spend most of the time. When I'm able to get a chance, Vince Roberts come here and talk about some fitness tips, for those of you that asked about how to get big muscles, because what I do does not give you big muscles, strong muscles. So hopefully we'll stop in here and be part of my live stream. This live stream will go on for a while. And if you pop in and have any questions, just put them there in the live chat, and I will try to answer them as best I can. But I am really happy to be back into the gym. Here's if I'm going to do a pre-workout, it's usually going to be just a bang. This one's got CoQ10 in it, it's got creatine in it, it's got aminos. So it's a good to get myself a pump and get some necessary supplements in. It's the only way I do take creatine is to just drink. And I only have a drink before I work out. On days that I don't work out, I don't drink any sort of enhanced ones. No particular flavor, cherry vanilla usually favorite, but I grab whatever's available. Jason over there was just busy on the phone. He worked me up a pre-workout for a WAP national meet. I couldn't shut down until midnight, so I don't let them do that anymore. But I did break my national record that day, so there's that. So here's my next warm-up set, 185. Last one, 135. And at 2 1/4, I'm going to do something different. And then at 315, I'm going to do something different. And then I'm going to see just how much weight I can flush. Knowing after being gone for 2 weeks and dropping so much weight, that there's going to be an effect. So here we go. Keep the rep count down lower. just because I am recovering it. Oh, that's so good. Still warming up before I came out with Charlie one later. And 2:35 and 20. So what I'll do is after the 225 warm up, I'll go to 240 and see how many reps I can do. And we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, know most of the people here. I've got my usual cameraman using my phone. Ruben over there. He's got some really nice tattoos. Maybe I get a little lower. Hey, Ruben. Come on over. All right. I'm working on it. Okay. So when we come back, we'll do this. So this is my usual cameraman, Ruben. Show him that sick tattoo you won. He won this one. I think you gotta move over. Yeah.
Hey, let's put this down.
There you go. Perfect. So he's usually my cameraman on a lot of my videos. You'll hear me mention him that. And then we can get Haley to come over. She's the one that was on my most popular video.
What's up, guys?
We got over 170,000 views on it.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's really.
Thank you, everybody.
So this is Kaylee. She's not my daughter.
Hi guys, not his daughter.
Right.
Kaylee, nice to meet you.
She's one of the daughters, and her and Vince are a couple. So I see them all the time. But appreciate everybody's thumbs up on that video and that, and please keep sharing it. So far, like I said, it's been number one trending. Vince went to go put the power onto the new gym. Wanted him to come with, but I got to get this stuff done. So I had to say no, but hopefully he'll be back later to do some. Haley also trains. And the training that she does for people is different than what I would do. I'm more of just, let's pick up heavy stuff and put it back down.
As a powerlifter in you.
Yep. So, and one thing I want to let people know as powerlifters, we're not big in, the arms and things. We don't have to be. Basically, it's our shoulder, back, and chest, and abs and legs. For those who do the squats more often than I do, that's where we have our size. All right. But thanks for joining in. Hopefully, you have 4 people watching. And like I said, if you have any questions, just type them on in there. And if I don't know the answer, there'll be somebody here in the gym that probably will. So, anything you want to say to my audience?
Well, everybody, thank you for watching, and I'm super glad to be featured here on John's video. So, John, thank you for letting me be on here. If anyone is interested in training for powerlifting, John is absolutely amazing. I've learned from John, I've learned from Vince. As far as my training goes, I do everything from building people up from physical therapy to bodybuilding, strength training, weight loss, CrossFit, toning, whole 9 yards. So if you have any questions, message John. You can message Short Fitness, or you can message me on my Instagram, Kaylee_Marie8. Otherwise, guys, I'll leave it to John. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you for stopping in. I think you had a choice. That's okay, you're fine.
What?
You're fine.
I know I'm fine.
No, Jason will be the guy that will ask all those TRT and things questions from football.
I'm old.
All right, because he does do that. He knows about that. He also knows I do not. But
You want me to get in the finger gym? Is that what you said?
don't do the finger game.
I already been doing it left and right.
I know. I'm ready to hurt you.
YouTube won't ban you. It'll be okay.
Yeah, they hurt you. But
No, they're just going to look at you like, really? You let the old man give me rid of the finger.
yes, who's older?
Well, you are.
Okay. So that means I can be.
You can't even use like marriage and kids that think we have the same amount. So
Yep.
that just adds all to it. So you're still older.
All right. Here, come on and bench with me.
Yeah, no, not even allowed to do that.
Come on, doctor, look what you're doing. He just warmed up with these. He didn't want me to say anything.
Wasn't video.
Now the next one I'm gonna put on 240 and see how many reps I can do. Jason's actually one of the guys I use most often for.
So his phone was right here. And I'm sitting like, I'm just gonna reach for you.
Really bad. Twice up there. What he does. But he will be your neck. So I really feel like
Every job I work is like it's not like it's really hard to go.
he's one of my direct
My boss is my friend.
Yeah,
So I'm looking at it, and then here,
everything is 100%.
and then I work with the ice rink and work hockey as well.
This is gonna kind of let me know where I'm at and where I need to move to. I wonder if I have to turn slow mode on. I don't think so. But it's usually when I put slow mode on, I get chants. So let me look on this. Custom emojis. Oh, create a poll. I didn't know I could do that. Ask a question.
So I'm gonna spend my morning and afternoon with coffee.
It is 60 minutes
If they see the shirt
in the gym
pretty much part
4 times a week.
I got nobody else.
Good.
He introduced me and I gave the finger. He introduced me, kind of give the finger back. Like, the finger guy.
And just kind of throwing in there so you guys have something to work on. If somebody could give me like a number 1 in comments, to let me know that it's actually my comments are actually working, I'd appreciate it. I think I hear the other channels always say that, give me a number 1, make sure that you hear me and that the comments are working. Because right now I don't see any comments coming through, and I'm wondering if it's something that I did in the setup. I'm new to this, and I'm kind of learning on it. Participants, chat, yes. I don't see any way to maybe an edit. I thought I did slow mode. Let me check it out. Visibility public, good. Good. Not made for kids. Automatic options. Never heard of that before. Where's my slow mode? I don't see it. Huh. Interesting. No restrictions, none of that. No sponsorships. Recording data. Oh, I got a hello. Okay, there we go. All right, cancel. Max, okay. All right, thanks for responding. Now I know it's working. I was worried about that. Okay. So far I've got some people responding to the poll, which was a 60 minutes 4 times a week. Adequate or good. And 67% of you said yes. So I guess about 33% are saying no. I'll let that poll go for a while. See what the end is. There's no wrong answer. It's just, as it says, an opinion. trying to get pumped up for this. See how many times I can cross this. I can tell right now that my breathing is more labored than usual, which I expect.
I don't even have
There's
$100.
nothing that's really surprising me. So what I'll do is I'll get a spot over here to sit there and
I mean, let's face it, they're a massive program.
so let me get the bar if I burn out. Do I feel like I'll be going strong, and then I'll just I'll have a right there at the, quickly. I'll probably tank out. That's my anticipation. Nice guy. I'm going for a lot of reps, so I just if the weight's heavy, it's just that. I've been away from this for 2 weeks, so I figured when I take out, I'm going to take out quick. But that's how
Because I was going to ask him if I could say what he had to
Thank you. I got the, I think 15 counter, right? He's had 16, so didn't quite get 20, which I wasn't expecting it. Not after the 2 weeks, so put the trailing 19. But I'm happy with that. 15 or 16 is definitely makes me feel better. So next weight I'm going to go up to will be 315. And I'll probably do it a couple times. I'm going to see how it feels. And then make a determination from there. Obviously, I'm going to spend a couple weeks getting my nerves back up. So I'll probably start doing that 5-letter word cardio. I'm going to be going down out west where the weather's going to be in the 70s. So I should be able to go out and get some nice walks out there. My daughter's in her, she got 2 dogs now. So what are your numbers for 3 important lifts? So usually when I go and compete, if I'm understanding the question correctly, I almost always open up at 180 kilos, about 397 pounds. You want to open up with something that's pretty easy for you to do. And with that, that's something you always do. Your first lift in a competition, you just want to get yourself qualified. We also start showing mistakes. Because if you open up too heavy, then your foot starts slipping or you start lifting up off the bench. If they don't red flag you for it then, they will be through in on it on your second lift, which is going to be heavier. You know, it was actually a man who let me in on that because I asked him why he was opening up so late. I knew how strong he was. And he goes, well, my coach, who was about 10 years older than me, said this is how to do it. I said, damn, that makes sense. Disney Mom, hi. When do you start benching? At what age? About 13 or 14 years old. Well, I've been doing this well over 45 years. I have not done any steroids in my life at all. I just don't believe in them. Other people who do, that's fine. You know, like I said, you're adults. Make adult decisions. I know Jason takes about everything under the sun a doctor will give him. But he does do it under doctor supervision. I just never felt the need. Basically, I'm so strong naturally that I think steroids would be dangerous for me. because they're really good about making your muscles stronger. I mean, they don't do much for your tendons and your ligaments. And I've seen a lot of people just tear their muscles right off. They're connecting tissue. And I think the steroid use had a large part to do with that. So I don't really have any opinion one way or another. It's just my choice. If you do them, I would just hope you do it under doctor supervision and just don't buy it from some person online. I get about 3 or 4 offers a month from people, and I just tell them, no, thank you. I'm not interested. And then they'll say, oh, what else do? There's natural supplements. That's great. But I have a local business for that, and that's one of my sponsors, nutrition. Shoulder Fitness is my other sponsor. I also sponsor Commemoration 1620, which is for veterans. Trying to get them off opioids to use of more natural remedies. Also, in Utica, Illinois, Jamie makes training posts or the outpost of it, also sponsored me. It's a really fun place to go to. We are going to be in Utica, Illinois by Star Rock. Definitely stop by there. They're really supportive of veterans. They have a veterans wall there. A lot of their family members are veterans. And a lot of people will buy drinks for veterans are right on the wall. Grab one, get your first drink on the prior customer. Let's see what else is coming on here. Heard that more a man can bench the longer the length. I can't say. All right. I have a pain under my collarbone running to the shoulder. That could be a nerve. After close grip, that could be a nerve, or it could be one of your smaller muscles. What I would do is I'd start doing some small exercises. One of them is you can just grab light dumbbells and they're called field goals. You can just do repetitions of 15 to 20. You have 2.5, 5, 7.5 pounds, 10 at the most. And then you can use cables where you're coming out like that. Same thing, lightweight, high reps, and then you can also reverse it coming in the other way. And what that'll do is it'll strengthen the small muscles that keep everything tight. And those you can do 2 or 3 times a week. The times where I've had shoulder injuries, it was never in the gym. Those exercises were paramount in me healing up. After close to bench, so I was making sure I got everything there. So close to bench is going to be more triceps. You really work your triceps there. So if you do the smaller exercise and you do a lot of warm up and the pain don't go away, then I'll never see a doctor. It could be just a pinched nerve. But I am not a doctor, so same size as I had shoulder pain. All right, so I'm thinking of nerve, but do the smaller exercises. Take something that has a lot of collagen in it for your joint support. You can go to your local GNC or I don't know what part of the country or planet you're from. I know I do get a lot of people, from Europe and that. And ask them what would be good for joint pain. Give it about 3 weeks. If you don't feel any improvement, then I would go see the doctor. The one thing that I do avoid as much as possible is surgery. I hurt my shoulder throwing a discus on my son. And the doctor wanted me to get surgery, and I told him no. They said, well, your rotator cuff, yada, yada, yada. I said, well, I always heal. It could take a year, it could take 2 years, but I always heal. They said, well, you have to stop lifting. I said, no. You have to stop lifting heavy. I said, no. And it don't go anywhere else here for my physical. And she was just amazed at my shoulders. Your shoulders are huge. I thought, did you have surgery? I said, no. I told her I was healed. And I do. It takes time, though. The building may go away someday, but until then, my bench comes from my pecs and shoulders. I have strong shoulders. Some people say I got big arms to bench. No, it's not true. I got big arms to curl. You don't need them for a bench. Bicep really has nothing to do with bench.
for extra fiber, more protein. Otherwise, it's going to bind up on your stomach. It's going to be harder to
Yeah, adventures don't see doctors because they know they're going to say it's not dementia. Yeah, they are. And I just ignore them. Hey, Manette, New York. Cool. Yeah, no, I did. Back in the 90s, doctor I had was actually Dr. Smith. I loved him because he understood that the only time I was showing up, something was wrong. That I couldn't diagnose myself. Because he'd be like, "What's wrong?" So I was trying to throw it in. I used to get it so often. I don't get it anymore because I got so started. I just can't grow on it anymore. But when I'd have an injury, he'd say, "I'm not going to tell you how to do that exercise anymore because I know it's going to be ignored." He said, "You just might want to think how you're doing it." So I did like him. But yeah, a lot of doctors just don't understand how religions don't understand the human body and what the potential is if they're not involved in it. You know, what about powerlifter meets? We all kind of understand how important training and attitude nutrition is. And then there's a lot of people that just don't, that are not in the sport, that are not in the heavy lifting and that. You know, just kind of, why you're doing as I know, but if you're the person that comes in and just benches, light weights for high reps, great, fantastic, keep doing it. You do being you. It's all good stuff. If you're doing cardio, great. It's all good stuff. This is what I do. I'm not telling you that other people have to do that, but if you are interested in doing it, I do have a lot of experience I can help you out with. Never stop lifting because of pain. Yeah, that's true. But have I curls for the girls? Yeah, that's actually the wallet. I could bench more than my husband. 235, that's a great bench. Fantastic. Doesn't matter if you compete. And if you don't, you should. The competitions are fun. And the sport is growing, especially for women. The last couple of weeks I've been to, especially in a WUAP, we probably have about 30% of the lifters are women, from ages from 14 all the way to 71. Alias has competed in some of the WAP ones. That's one of the reasons I like that one, because we do have a greater amount of women presence than I see in some of the other ones. And there's no reason, why or not. I'm not saying that. But if you are benching that well and you're good at it, go ahead and sign yourself up for a meet. They're a lot of fun. You meet great people. Don't worry about how you, 235, you're probably going to be worse than me. I learned from Dr. Lou Simmons from Westside Barbell Hospital. Okay, Westside, I hear a lot about them. I need to go see them one of these days. Them and I want to go to Muscle Beach. Those are my two bucket list things. So I'm going to do a couple on 315, see how it feels. That's what I want to do heavy. It's not necessary that you go heavy today, because I'm just coming back after 2 weeks of quarantine. But I do want to know where my ability is as of right now. So 315, just for a couple. So that felt good. I'm going to jump up to 365. 365 will be a spotter. Then we put it on 365. Yeah. We'll throw water going 405. 315 was good over the day. I could have got 315. I would have been a little discouraged. So 365 is going to be a bonus for me. So Kaylee is part owner of the gym here. She is her events are a couple, and I watched her lifted pretty steady for the last 3 or 4 years. So she used to be a really skinny little girl. Now she's definitely has come a long way. Paul Access, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, 3 wheels. You know, I was 40 years old the first time I hit 315. And then I started listening to that negativity coming from myself and went after it. So I think it was November of 2000. I think it was 2000 or 2001. I hit 315 for the first time. I was happy. I'm down in the basement because Don B was there spotting me. And pretty happy occasion. And then I started joining gyms. They had a Cardinal Fitness and had like 6 locations, and each location was close to one of the stores I used to supervise. So then I started going there a lot, and that was in, I think, Homer, Illinois. There was an Aaron, strong guy, about 5'8" by 5'8". He just had huge freaking shoulders, 600-pound bencher. And he asked me what I was going to do for 405. I said, man, I'm older, taller. I said, what the hell am I saying? And at the end of the day, I was doing 335. So I gave myself 2 years to reach it. And 20 months later, I hit 405 for the first time in my life. I think I was 44, 45. And then my goal was just to stay at that level. The most I've done in the gym, sanctioned meet in the gym with 2 different animals. Most I've done in the gym last December was 480, just before I got injured. The most I've done in a sanctioned meet, which ties me for 5th all time, age of weight class was 202.5 kilos, which is about 446 pounds. This year I hope to take the number 2 spot, at least get tied for it, if not take it completely. Now that's my goal for 2021. And I'm probably going to lift a few more divisions, kind of get some more experience on it. What do I got going on here then? I did him on. He said you look more than your husband, but you're talking like a guy. This is cheating on her. I don't think so. Vince is pretty much loyal. I've known Vince since 2008. 315 at age 40 is great. That was the first time I hit it. Usually 285 is where I stopped. Just trying to get my butt back before I go after this weight, and then I'll see where I'll go next. I do appreciate everybody jumping into the chat here. Bench twice a week. Generally Monday and Thursdays are my bench. Monday tends to be a heavy rep day, and then Thursday is usually midweight high reps. So before the Charlie 19, one day I had hit 320 for 9, and then I finished up with a double at 405. And then on Thursday I did 235 for 20, and then I did a 315 and I did 405. Those are my workouts. So today was just about getting back into it. Thursday I'll see if I can get back in the routine. We're not Thursday, Monday. Today's Thursday. But Monday I'm going to be on the road, so what I'll do is I'll probably find a gym out of state. Always like doing that because I do kind of surprise people with the weight that I lift. Because, I don't think I should be doing that. I did one in Lori, Missouri. The guy, when I threw 405 on the bar, he came over and he doesn't bend his bar. And I'm like, I said, well, how is this not a Walmart bar? He shouldn't have to worry about it. But he actually videoed it. And then like 10 minutes later, here comes the local sheriff. And he's talking to me. He goes, man, I heard this old guy benching all this weight. And I had, I think, 445 on the bench at the time. So I was talking to him, and then 5 minutes later comes a trainer from another gym that he had texted. I made a lot of friends there, and by the end of the week, I was friends with all the law enforcement there. So I'm comfortable when I drive through Lori, Missouri. I don't speed, so I usually have nothing to worry about anyway. Yeah, let me see. We got here going 3 times a week, maybe if you're younger, but at 60. Mentioned 3 times a week, and also trying to get the other lifts in because I do deadlifts. And get religious on squats. And I do, shoulder and arm days. And I do a back day. My opinion is that it's too much. I had a young man, 15 years ago. Every time I walked in the gym, he was benching. And he was asking, he said he was stuck. He wasn't getting any stronger. And I said, well, he goes, how often you bench in a week? He says, well, 3 or 4 times. I said, I'll knock it down to 2. He goes, well, I can't do that. And I just walked away. He said, oh, I thought you were going to help me. Yes, I tried. You're not going to listen to me, then, I'm just wasting your time. I think twice a week is more than enough. And if I'm not getting ready for a meet or trying to play catch up after an injury, a lot of times I work once a week. I just said 3 times a week is too much. You're not giving enough time for the muscles to repair. And our nutrition is going to be very important, because you're tearing muscles, especially when you're doing heavy benching. So, like my feet earlier today, I was making breakfast, had 3 eggs and some bacon and some milk, about 45 grams of protein, probably about 400 calories, clean calories. Here I'm working on drinking my, Bang pre-workout, which has got aminos and creatine in it and some CoQ10. As soon as I get done with the workout, I'll drink a shake, 30 grams real quick. I'll generally I would go to the grocery store and get stuff for dinner. At lunch, I'd go home and I'd eat a lunch. Once again, 30 to 40 grams of protein. And then I would eat a second lunch about an hour and a half later. Same thing, about 30 to 40 grams of protein. Then I'd have dinner. Then I would do a heavier meal, maybe 50 to 60 grams. And then I would have a late night snack of about 30 grams of protein before I went to bed. And I'm trying to get about 200 grams or more protein a day. But you can only deal with about 40, 50 grams per meal at the most. Ethan, how you doing, Ethan? Hey, John. How much you weigh? Okay, so you're 5'10", 225. Yeah. 395 bench, that's a great bench. You're doing like 1.8 your body weight. Understand, only about 3% of people can bench their body weight. Begin with. Military press versus incline press. What do you think it's worth? I wouldn't go heavy with an incline press, but I would do it. So the incline is going to cover up here, where your flat bench is more here. So I do the incline maybe about once every 2 weeks, just up here. I actually military press almost as much as I incline. Military press is going to be your shoulders. And it's important. Whether you're doing seated or freestanding, military press is definitely going to help your shoulders. And it's going to help your bench. How we doing there, young man?
Hello there.
If you come in, you're going to be part of the video. Just warning you. So
I just don't want to be part of lifting that.
that's okay. I don't blame you. They're making me do it. So I'm 6'4", and currently I'm at 250. I was at like 262, 263 before the Charlie 19. But it's okay because I want to drop back down to the 242-pound class, or over in Europe, that'd be 110 kilos. And military press versus incline. Do you think it's worth programming a heavy incline press once a week and a little flat bench? Nothing wrong with it. Just understand that the incline is more stress on your shoulders. Rarely can you incline when you can flat bench. There might be some exceptions to the rules because there always is. But I don't incline I think the most I can climb is 315. Generally, the military presses when I'm at the top of my game. I'm doing sets of 3 and 2 and a quarter. Last year, Vince and I kind of challenged each other to it. I think I went up to 285. Yeah, which is extreme for a military press. And I may do it again, but it's not going to happen this week. Like I said, I'm going to be happy to throw up 265. I think I'd BS long enough. I just need to find somebody to spot me. Usually I wouldn't need a spotter at 365, but a lot of times I do it just for safety, club call.
Yeah.
But today I definitely realized I'm going to need it. There's about 3 or 4 people needed for spotting here. Because I don't want you to grab my bar when I'm coming up on it. Unless I call for it, I don't need it because I practice like I compete. And
See that video?
so I'm getting Ruben over here to give me a spot. And then after this one, I'm going to introduce the owner to Jim Vince Robbins, and he's going to talk about how to build big muscles, because that's a whole different workout than what I do. And he definitely knows what he's doing there. And I've had a lot of people ask me about that. So I'm going to do 365 or one self field and see if I decide to do a 385 or 405, or if I just call it good, which Vince is going to probably try to tell me to do. But he knows how stubborn I am. So about 30 pounds of just going for one. So that felt pretty good.
How you like to do more?
I do. That's why I got it, because I like the pretty colored red.
Yeah, it's rated for 1,500 pounds. So
Does it?
you can
Well-
throw another 1,000 pounds on your bench press.
Yeah, you can take me to the hospital. So, yeah, while I'm recovering from that lift and throwing more weight, we'll see if I can get Vince to stand up here in the spotlight here. Vince Robbins, you talk, I'll move the weights.
Oh, building
Well,
muscle.
Vince, I've known Vince from since 2008. He was a trainer here when this was Charter Fitness. What even been Cardinal. And him and I got along. He was a great guy. He was amazing the weight I was pushing up. And he kept telling me I should compete. I was like, nah, I ain't doing it for that. And so he signed me up for one.
I did.
Shows up at 7 in the morning. Come on, we got to go to Cole, Illinois. I go, what? I said, yeah. So I went down to Sunlight Power and in my first meet, I won it.
Would you hit that meet?
Hit 400. Second place was 395. Third place was 390. That was the first time I actually competed against 3 people in my weight class. The other time I competed against more is we went down to a WAP one, and I was supposed to be in the 242-pound class, and the wife went downstairs and made biscuits and gravy before I left. I couldn't resist, so I went to 275 pounds that time. I only weighed like 248, and there was 3 others here in my age and weight, and they were not happy because they knew I could outbench them. I said, damn, if I knew you guys were going to be here, maybe I would have passed on that biscuits and gravy. But they all had new PRs because they were so determined to beat me. They didn't. They got close.
Let's talk about that first contest, though. Because at that first contest, that was the best I've ever pressed. I weighed 174. I hit 430 at that one.
That record still holds.
Yeah, I still got that record.
Yeah.
We got Craig Torkowski was in that one, too.
Oh, yeah.
700-pound bencher. Tommy Harrington, the police officer, he's like an 800-pound bencher, right? But he hit 9.
Are you talking about the
Big Tommy, the police officer for Chicago.
But that was quick.
Yeah, that was an equipment. That was a quick lift. No, the SLP one, the first one we did. Buddy Hall was there. Charlie Coslow.
It was very small. I think the state room went out.
That
Tommy
is,
knows
you know
that.
what? He's right. He's right. He's right.
But remember, we had that one big club from Chicago show.
He's older than me, and he's got a better brain than me. That's
Yeah,
saying
well,
a lot
you know.
right there.
You know, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
Yeah, that's right. Man, we've done so many. I was literally looking in. I set everything up in my
Quick
garage.
question, Vince. Are these real weights?
Yeah.
All right, because I had a lot of people tell me that.
You know what would be
I'm
fun?
going-
You know what would be fun? We could take it to the scale and then.
We've
put it on
done that
there.
before.
But you know, it's good if
But if
people
you
are
want to hear it,
if people are saying you got fake weights, that means people are paying attention. They're watching.
well, unfortunately, There are some people that have done that on YouTube and have ruined it.
But it is what it is. You're gonna have haters if you're not doing
I
something
don't
right.
call
If
them
you don't have
haters
any
so much
haters.
because I'll sit there and respond with my sanction lift videos and where I've ranked in open power. I would say 3 out of 4 come back and say, okay, my mistake. And then the other one just doesn't ever respond back. So I wouldn't call them haters. I think they're so used to seeing
Well, no,
fake weights in a gym.
they've been working out in gyms all their lives. You've never seen somebody at 60 years old who literally just picked this up. You just started benching like 10, 12 years ago.
Well, bench heavy.
Yeah,
in
right.
competition, I always bench if I didn't bench. I mean, like I told them, I was 40 years old first time at 315.
Yeah, so they're not used to seeing this, and so they're going to be skeptical. But that's good. That means they're paying attention. If they're taking the time to write down, hey, fake weights, that means you're
I
doing
wish they'd
something
take
right.
the time to go open powerlifting.org and look me up.
Well, some of them did though,
Yeah.
or take the time to
I
actually.
send it to them. I don't mind it,
It'd be cool if they took the time to actually attend one of the meets.
You've known me since 2008. Have you ever seen me take any sort of gear?
No, he's 100% national.
I mean, if I did, I wouldn't have this. And I'm proud of this.
You earned that.
Oh yeah, and it's more solid than you think.
How many cows and chickens have been sacrificed to build this physique?
Right. I'm a true omnivore.
So that's what he sat me down. He wanted me to talk about how to build muscle, best ways to do it, and that's find out your basal metabolic rate. That's the rate at which your body processes calories every day. So what we're talking about is your current weight subtracted by your body fat weight. You're going to find your lean body mass. From your lean body mass, you can determine your BMR. Now, what I like to do when people are attempting to gain weight is I like to take your basal metabolic rate and multiply it by 15, and that's your caloric intake every day. And that's huge because food builds muscle. And man, you almost knocked the whole thing out. Hip check. This guy's a beast. So food builds muscle, and a lot of people don't understand that. They eat till they're full. I would tell people all the time, listen, you eat till you're full. By the end of the day, maybe you took in 2,500, 3,000 calories. It's not enough. It's really not enough to grow. Like currently, I sit at 216 pounds at 5'8". And,
Can everybody hear this? Because I got a Bluetooth in my ear, and I'm hoping he's not talking to nothing here. So give me a number 2 if you can hear Vince talking. I hate him to be giving all this information, and it's not getting there. That would be silly. If you're not hearing him, then I'll just give him a Bluetooth here. But another thing is number 2. Okay, they can hear you great. So I've got a lot of people, compliment me on this shirt. This is Operation 1620, and we do this for veterans, basically getting them off opioids and getting them into natural herbs and remedies. So we do sell this here at Short Fitness. If you're interested in one, message me either through Messenger or my email, which is J_MacBean. It's MacBean, and I'll try to type that in when we're in the next videos at hotmail.com, and I'll make arrangements to get one of these sent. We're a big supporter of this. We've raised thousands and thousands of dollars for this operation. I also think we've linked with DMV.
Yep, that's the new company.
Yeah, the new company there. Go ahead and check them out on the website. You can donate directly to them. Back to you.
Absolutely.
I just want to make sure.
What are we doing with this right here?
So I'm just going to do this once. I've gone for 2 weeks because of the Charlie 19. I can't actually say the word. I didn't get in trouble, but some people don't listen to it. So you have trouble for it. Yeah, I don't want to put any trouble on you. Yeah, my channel's only like 800 hours away getting monetized. So that's kind of exciting for me. I never thought I would do this.
Me?
Yeah. So I'm knocking this out once. This is probably as heavy as I'll go. And then I'm going to probably do some accessory exercise, some flies. And then I might play around with some curls and tries. Lightweights, just high reps. This is the first time I've been back in the gym for 2 weeks. I've dropped about 13 pounds. Quickly, that's the way you're supposed to do it. But then they put me closer to that 242 pound class.
What are you weighing right now?
I'm 250.
Oh, yeah, really close.
So, yeah, I was 263 2 weeks ago. So,
263, but you hit 480.
hit 480 just before I got into this. And that was, I was 255. I remember the first time I hit 460. I was 265, and then I dropped the weight, and a year later I hit 242. And so we have a couple, get back up to that high weight, but being with 20 pounds on. One thing I love about short fitness is the attitude of everybody here. Not just the owners and staff, but even the people who work out with. We've been working together since 2008, like family. We shoot together, we have birthday parties, bigger parties that in his house, for big deals and stuff like that. It's still good to come out and do some shooting with me. I want to, because it's very busy to understand it.
I love we're building right now. I was just there about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know. And I'll help you with that, but I do want to get that. So yeah, I think about running that just out once. Yeah, if I hit this, when I hit this, I'll feel pretty good about having 2 weeks off and not really losing too much on it, and then I can make adjustments for my workout when I come back. Way Ben spot me is one of the four. Him, Ruben, Ed, and Jason are usually the ones that spot me. The other people, they're going to grab the bar, they're just going to make me angry. I've been doing this for a long time. Don't try to say, I'm a professional sort of thing. But the adjustments I have done, I have brought my grip in a good hand width because of the injury I had last December.
Get to utilize the triceps more. I might take this.
I think that's what he does. He turns around.
Yes, brother.
All right.
You. Watch. There it is. Good job.
Woo! And that's awesome. That's as heavy as I'll go. Which, to be honest, it was 365. That's where I thought I was going to stop. So I'm happy I knocked out 405. So about 182 and a half kilos. Those people across the pond. Really, I would do a burnout after this at 315, but I'll be honest with you, I just don't have the energy to do it safely. Probably going to be a little sore tomorrow. So I'm definitely going to try to make sure I have a lot of food in. Food's the key. I eat healthy 5 days a week, sometimes 6, and then Sunday, wife and I usually go out where we went. We'll go out to the trading post. Make some really good lunch there. Large portions, reasonably priced. We'll listen to our live music. We always got a good band there. And have a couple cocktails. We're out there about 2. We're home by 6. Place is fun. It's got a dance floor inside and out there. It's got a gift shop, lots of leather goods, lots of clothing. A lot of these type of shirts, knickknacks, ceramics, figurines, knives, swords, Alpha Mike Oscars. It's just a fun place to be. I've been going there since I could drive. Just recently, the last 5 years, they've really gotten much bigger. But it's a fun place right by Starved Rock, Illinois. You can go hiking in Starved Rock. You can go hiking in Madison, Buffalo Rock. It's one part of Illinois, besides Galena, that has a lot of contour. And also down south, Garden of Gods. This is a great place to go if you ever get the chance. Definitely worth going and taking a look there. I'm glad to be back in the gym. I'm glad I hit what I did. I'm feeling pretty good about it. And did everything else I wanted to do, maybe even a little bit more. Like I said, the 405 was kind of a thought process, but wasn't really my goal. So I'm gonna go and probably visit man over at Click Nutrition and see if he can do a video on creatine and the best ways of doing it and how to do it and stuff like that. Somebody had asked me about that. I told them I would go to the expert. I know a lot, I don't know everything. So if it's something I don't know, then I will go forth and find out the information for you. So if there are videos that you'd like me to make within reason, I'll do it. I did do a poll out there about my beard. I've always had a beard. I think since I was 30. I've only shaved it twice, and I was told immediately to grow back. I usually keep it nicely and trimmed. I have let it go for Christmas. Maybe I'll play Santa Claus here. But the wife would like me to trim it. So you got a poll. Should I do wife says or just let it grow? Or should I do the 70 sideburns? If we told us we go, that would stay. That was kind of a joke. But it's just for fun. And then let me look at my poll here. 89% of the people said 1 hour a day, 4 days a week is good for lifting. And I would agree. That is only good. I would figure it's great. 1 hour gives you plenty of time to get a good workout in. I think 30 minutes is not enough. 20 minutes definitely ain't going to do anything for you. But 30 will definitely get you going. 60 will definitely do the trick for you. You can do 90 if you got the time to do it. I'll be honest with you, when I do a 2-hour workout, it adds another day for me to recover. And recovery is key too. Once you have a heavy workout, hit some heavy weights, eat. All right, food is healing. Vitamin C is healing. Zinc, magnesium is for healing. Arginine is for blood flow and getting all that stuff to your cells for healing. Those are really the main things that I take, and that's why I take them. I had a big pec tear. Well, I don't know how it was big because I was able to bench 2 months later. On December 21st of 2020, I felt a little twing when I was pushing up 470. I was like, shit, he grabbed it right away. Even though I could have forced it up, it would have been bad. And the whole side turned black and blue. I took 3 weeks off, and I started microdosing vitamin C and stretching. And then by February 28th of the leap year, I was in a meeting. I did a personal best of 430. I was extremely happy for that. And but I did bring my group in, like I said, a hand whip. Jeff Kennedy, how much of your strength did you retain since? Well, good thing. Your bench is still impressive. So Jeff, I just did 405, but it did go up slow. I usually can do 2 or 3 reps of 405. I only had 1 in me today. So, maybe I could have done 410 or 415, probably would have stopped me, or I would have had to lift my butt off the bench. So I would say I lost at least 10 to 15% of my strength since recovering from the Charlie 19. But I'll guarantee you within 3 or 4 weeks of steady workout, I'll have that back. Muscle memory is a great thing. To initially get to this point takes a lot of work. Once you're here, if you take a couple weeks off, whether it's, vacation or illness or a slight injury, it doesn't take you nearly the time to get back to it. So that's the great thing about it. As you come back, I know I'll be back to 455 probably by the end of January, easily. I am going to be traveling, so I probably will have to find a gym in Arizona, which I did last time. I did one up in Flagstaff, and I was with my brother-in-law. I was like, man, why is this kicking my butt? He goes, well, we're a mile and a half in elevation. I said, oh, yeah, no kidding. Made it a lot harder for me to breathe. So there was that. So I still managed to do the same way, but, breathing was definitely a chore. Well, I'm not going to be in Flagstaff. I'm going to be in lower elevations. And I'll find me either a local gym. Usually if I call up to the local mom and pop gyms, which I prefer, they'll let me in for $5 to $10 for that day. And then got that one in Lordy, Missouri, charged me $5 on one day, and then he invited me back. Just because, he wanted me to pop his gym online. I don't blame him. So I did. I went back on Wednesday. We stopped at another store, and there was the same sheriff coming out of the back room. I said, man, dude, you follow me? He was laughing. But they were great people down there. We were up by Lake of the Ozarks, another fun place out there in Missouri. Any way to avoid a pec tear? Yeah, listen to yourself. I didn't. I was lifting and I was really ramping up. I was getting 5 pounds every week more. I went from 450 to 3 weeks later I was doing 480. And I was feeling a lot of tension here. It was really tight and I ignored it. And then that was my fault. So right now there's no tension there. It's all nice and loose. So if you start feeling it really tight into here, in this area right here, then back off the weight and then do some reps and then give 3 or 4 days with lots of food and vitamin C and nutrition to keep it. And that's usually how you get it. Also, if you're trying something you have no business trying. And if your best is 315, don't throw 365 out of it just to see what happens. If your best is 315, your next time is 320. And then when you do 320 for a while, your next time is 325. You shouldn't jump more than 5 pounds on a PR ever. And if you're 310 is your best, you hit 320. Even if it went up easy, wait till next week. Right? Give your body time to prepare. Don't be in a hurry. This is a marathon lift. A lot of times we try to rush results. You're still recovering from a rotator cuff tear. Those are tough. So once again, those exercises are going to help with that are going to be getting light dumbbells and doing what's called field goals. Use a field goal and do repetitions of 15 to 20. Lightweights, 5-10 pounds. And then getting the cables, same thing, 5-10 pounds, maybe 15 of those, come out that way, and then also come back this way. And do 3 or 4 sets of those each, about 15 to 20 reps each. Do those 2 or 3 times a week. And what that does is it strengthens those small muscles that keep that rotator cuff where it's supposed to be. I had a doctor tell me that in the gym. I was suffering from a shoulder injury. And within 2 months, I was back to 100%. Such a relief. So, and I still do those once a week just to keep them up. But during injury, I would do those 2 or 3 times a week with light weights. And that'll definitely help with that injury there. Obviously, you may have to back down on some of your heavy weights for a few weeks, let it heal. But like I said, that doctor wanted me to get surgery on that shoulder, and I told him no. And, 2 years later, I was 100%. It takes time, but it'll happen. You just got to be smart about it. So that was a good question. And that's what I'm here for, is to answer some questions about people's concerns. And then if you really do want to sit there and work hard towards the goal, because people that really succeed at investing. And what I mean by investment is you're investing in a gym, you're investing in nutrition. And for some people, you're investing in a trainer. I've given out a lot of free advice, and then also I'm getting the same question 6 months later. I'm getting the same statement, and I'm saying, well, did you follow the advice last time? Well, no, I didn't. I said, okay. I said, well, here's my rates. Online, $80 a month. You get 4 or 5 videos with me for an hour, direct one-on-one. You can send me as many messages as you want, and I'll get you where you need to be. There's got to be an open communication, so I know what you're doing nutrition-wise, you know what you're doing lifestyle-wise, and you know what your work schedule is, you know what you're eating, when you're eating, to be successful at doing it. And I go, well, I like my money, buy. I was like, no, India. I said, fine, goodbye. You weren't following the free advice, so, I'm not going to give it anymore. So if you are really determined, I do it online. You have to be in the Joliet, Shorewood, Streeter, Morris, Ottawa, Bloomington area. I can meet you up at the gym and I can do one-on-one training. It tends to be a little bit more. But if you are online, just message me on Facebook. It's going to be the Facebook where I've got a picture with my daughter at the Battleship, Missouri. Or you can send me an email at J_McBean. That's MACBEAN at hotmail.com. Alrighty, I probably should type that in. Why not be smart? Type that in. But I do enjoy everybody coming here and hopping in. So email. Sometimes that underscore does not show up because they put a blue line there. That's what it is. That's what that space is. There you go. I put it in comments. And the next thing I'll just pop that into my regular info. I'm still new at this, so I'm gonna go see my daughter, and she's really talented, artistic wise and everything, and she's gonna sit there and pretty up my channel. So it won't be so blah blah. Also, me and Jim racking weights. You're an exercise. This is exercise. So, and then don't take the weights off of one side. And not the other. Watch people dump the bar. Hold all three weights off one side. Yowza. There it was. That's the next little protein.
We got strawberry in now.
Yeah. Not a fan of strawberry.
I haven't tried it yet.
You got fun. I like strawberries.
You know, sometimes it's good.
You know, it's weird. I like strawberries, but I don't like strawberry drinks. Like cherry
You like
flavored
strawberry
drinks.
lemonade?
Huh?
Strawberry lemonade.
I like baked that. I like fruit punch. Cherry. I like cherry flavor. Not so much cherries, but cherry flavor. I pop that in there. So I have been on here for a good hour. So if nobody has any more questions, if you do put them here, I'll give you a couple minutes to pop any more questions in. I'm gonna go grab me a protein shake and chug that down, and then probably just gonna do some small accessory exercises and go from there. But from Shorewood, Illinois, at Shorewood Fitness, I do appreciate you hopping in and joining in. So here's the protein hit real quick. Can you do push-ups? Good. Yes, I can. I was in the Army. Well, first airborne. Just do push-ups all the time. Let me knock out 10 real quick. But I think at one time, when I was really practicing it, I was knocking them out 50 at a time. I don't know if you can see this really well, but yeah, push-ups are easy. You don't weigh anything. Especially after you knock out 4 or 5, you know. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. So, a buddy of mine, Justin Funk, was a big, strong lifter too. And he was Navy. So he stopped doing push-ups because it was cardio. I didn't kind of understand. But yeah, I was Army long time ago. No, not now. I hate that old. All 3 of my kids went in. 2 Navy, 1 Air Force. 1 in the Air Force, she's still in. My dad was Army. My father-in-law was a Marine. My dad's brothers, one was Army, 2 Navy. My mom's brothers, 3 Navy and 1 Merchant Marines. Numerous of cousins on my dad's side were Army or Navy. I had one cousin, Don, passed away last year, or this year. He was a Green Beret, you know, and Vietnam vet. Miss him dearly. He was a great guy. My wife's side, from the Standing Rock Reservation, because she's a quoted Indian. Lawrence, John. I think there's a few others that went into the service too. So, in our family, if we put a picture on the wall, everybody, you know, that was directly related to me. I went in service. We'd cover a big ball. So feel proud of my service time, and I feel proud that my kids went in. I'm very proud of them. They're accomplishing great things. As a father, I couldn't be prouder. Let me see what else here. John, how do you follow any specific routine? I'm 60, thinking of starting to work on that bench again and squat. So I don't know how long you haven't been benching that, but I took a 5-year break between 35 and 40. I shouldn't have, my fault. But when I started back up, even though I was punching 285 when I quit, I went back at 135. I did one set of every exercise. The first day, took a day off. The second day, did 2 sets. Took a day off. Next day, I did 3 sets. And it wasn't until I did 5 sets of each exercise at a very light weight that I move up weight. So I think it was November of 2000 when I got back into the workout down in the basement. I started at 135, and by May of 2001, I was back to 285. And then I set goals. So I set a goal of 315, gave myself a year to hit it. And in a year I hit it. And then when I hit 335, after Aaron challenged me, I set a goal of 405, and I gave myself 2 years to hit it. And I hit it. The routine I set is kind of my own, but I'm sure I have, done it by seeing what other people do. But I do a lot of warm-ups. And then my heavy sets are usually starting at 275 or 315. And then I do 315, 365, 405, 425. And then when I'm in really shape, I'll hit 445 and 455. And then I'll do as many as I can at 405. And then I'll do as many as I can at 315. And then I'll be done with the bench. Then I'll go over to flies, and I'll do 4 or 5 sets of 10 to 12 with increasing weights. And then if I have the energy, I'll do dips. They're weighted dips. And then on my second day, I'll replace the dips with either probably incline. And that's what I do for bench. Squats, I started back up this year. And same thing, I started with 135, and I'm going about 5 pounds a week. And I'm just going to keep at it. And then once I get to 315, I'll start competing. But take your time. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't try to hurry it. Take lots of vitamin C. Take multivitamin. Eat a lot of protein, clean proteins, eggs, milk, chicken, whatever. However you get protein in. Protein shakes are great, but they're a supplement. And this is not lunch. This is a supplement. This is my lunch. So about an hour after this, I will eat. And usually about 300-400 calories and about 30 to 40 grams of protein. And then 2 hours later, I will eat again. Same thing. And then usually dinner, I'll have a heavier meal. Matter of fact, I'll be hitting the local grocery store and seeing what's on sale. And unless the wife and I decide to go to the Mexican restaurant, which we might be at for a while. And usually we'll have a margarita or 2. And then a nice meal, but we may not because we're going on vacation. But I'll see her money. I'll see what she's in. She's a teacher. Tomorrow is her last day before Christmas vacation. We'll have some fun after that. Any accessory exercise help with bench? Yeah, dips. So dips, weighted dips, flies, whether it's a machine or dumbbell. Triceps. Pull down triceps, overhead with the dumbbell triceps. Close grip bench. In close grip like this. Shoulder exercises. Whether it's assisted with a machine or if it's just with the bar military presses, are huge. What I do is I will grab a plate. Now, depending on your strength, it'll either be a 25, 35, or a 45-pound plate. And I'll do controlled lifts this way. And I'll do sets of 10 to 12, 3 or 4 sets. And then I'll do shrugs I don't know if you need it for bench, but traps look cool. They call it shrugs and the curls, the pretty muscles. But yeah, that's what I would do for bench. Military press, dips, flies, and triceps. And besides the flat bench is where you're going to get the most. Definitely, to bench heavy, you have to bench heavy. Yeah, Jeff, you're welcome. No problem. Yeah, as long as you guys keep asking questions, I'll stay on. But see, it's 1 o'clock. I do need to get the car detailed. I'm going shopping. So, starting to get limited for time. But definitely, I'm happy to be back in the gym. I've really missed it. Being 2 weeks stuck in the house was no fun. Right. So I think I got everything here. What is your rep range for the back off sets? 4 to 6. I don't want to fail a 1 to 2 max rep. 46 is a good number. So you're for the back off sets near your max. So generally on a good day, because I'm trying to save some energy for the heavy 1 to 2s. Yeah, I'll do probably 4 to 6 at 315. I'll do 3 to 4, 365. I'll do a single 405. I'll do a single 425. I'll do a single 445. I'll do a single 455. I'll go back to 405 and I'll do 2 or 3, and then I'll drop back down to 315. And my goal is 10. But usually I'll do somewhere between 8 and 12. If this is how I feel that day. When I'm in top form, I've hit as many as 17 on 315, and that's at top form. That's when I know I have a 480 bench in me. You can't stay at top form forever. Sometimes you gotta break, and then you're gonna have ups and downs. Don't worry about it throughout the year. What you should see is a steady increase. Don't worry about it if you go in 1 week and you're a little bit less strong than you were the week before. That's going to happen. Sure thing, Ben. Good to know you too. And everybody, if you enjoy my content, please hit the like button and please hit the subscription. And feel free to share this on your Facebooks or other social medias. I appreciate it. The channel is growing and really having a lot of fun with this. All right, so everybody have a wonderful day or evening, depending on where you're at. And I am any advice on videos to watch bench press form videos. I've been trying to narrow down my form. I got a few out there. So look at my feed where I'm doing exactly that bench press form. Because I tell you, the one thing that does kind of irk me is when I see somebody using poor form. So poor form is going to get you hurt. A lot of times they're using poor form because they're doing weights they shouldn't be doing. If they ask me for help, I give it to them. I find that rarely they appreciate advice that's uninvited. So unless I really think they're going to hurt themselves, I usually just keep it to myself. Or, hopefully they look over and watch me bench. But, yeah, I have a few out there in my feed on bench forms where I'm doing lighter weights, but I'm showing you the form to do. On Gym TV and Gym TV 14, I think Share TV. So Gym TV is a very small channel, but Gregory does some videos with me in it. And then I think there's at least one, possibly 2 of them where it's completely on form. And then also there's a video on that of, I think after I won Worlds back in 2019, I did a 2-part interview with Jerry Cravata at the gym in Streeter, Illinois. So, but yeah, I'd watch those on forums. And if you want, next time I'm doing bench, I'll on the live, I will sit there and do about 5 minutes on just form alone. Everybody's going to have a little bit different form, but depending on where your arm is what I say go for comfort. Bring it all the way to the chest and lock it out. All right. If you arch, that's fine. It's legal. I don't arch because I can't. My back just don't go that way. If I arch, my butt comes off the bench. And if I do that in the meet, it's flagged. So I try to practice like I do in the meet. And there are some of my videos on some of the meets I've done I know I got the UPA out there, I got the USPA out there, and I got another UPA, one AMW UAP meets out there on my YouTube channel. So subscribe to my channel and feel free to go check out those videos. Also, some other videos deal with some more fun stuff in that if you're interested. All right. Everybody, thanks for joining in. Like I said, if you like my content, please hit the subscribe button and share. All righty. And 88% of the people said yes, 1 hour, 4 days a week is sufficient, and it is. So good workouts, and everybody stay healthy.